If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, DaBaby gets arrested, and Lil Wayne's private jet gets searched by the FBI. Plus, Drake drops a new song. Let's talk hip-hop.
Rock speed up, yeah. Rock speed up, yeah. Rock stop. Thinking about my grandmama and shit. I got the #1 record, they acknowledge that shit. They going crazy when they play their head about this shit. And I'm just on the phone, I'm thinking about my father and shit. They got them dead a couple days before I started talking.
These motherfuckers are crazy. These motherfuckers are crazy. Did you find anything? Real talk. Yes.
All right, so a couple of weeks ago, DaBaby was in New York. He was supposed to have a show in North Carolina, and that's where he's from, right? And he couldn't make it because I guess his private jet broke down or whatever like that. He told everybody that he would make it up to them for them to hold on to their tickets and that he would do the show for free for them, even though it's not really for free because they already paid for the tickets originally, right? The whole situation is that, you know, DaBaby, he was actually turning up on FaceTime and stunning for Vegas, ended up going to the show without DaBaby there, right? But last night, DaBaby did go to North Carolina to perform in his city of Charlotte and just basically turn up for them, right, on Christmas Eve, right? The whole situation is, though, that while DaBaby was inside of there giving a concert, you guys saw there were like cops, you know, searching through his car, right? That's an illegal search. They don't have any warrant or anything like that, but they know he's a famous rapper, so they just got the flashlight all shining in the car, looking for anything that they can find, right? So one of DaBaby's boys was actually the one that was filming them while they were doing that, right? And basically DaBaby's boys was like, yo, y'all find anything? And then the police came and walked over to his car and started asking him like, hey, you been smoking any marijuana tonight? And blah, 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 right? It's different because, you know, in New York, they don't really care if you smoke, even though it's not legal, but it is decriminalized, right? In California, they definitely don't care if you smoke because you could smoke right in front of the cops and be like, want to hit, officer? You know what I'm saying? It just all depends. But in North Carolina, they don't tolerate nothing like that at all. And to them, having some weed on you is like having crack on you. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. But anyway, DaBaby, I guess, ended up being arrested for having a little bit of weed on him.
CMPD, unlawful police department, unlawfully searched my car, arrested me, made me take 12 pictures in there, sit around, arrested me, then pulled me from out of there and just say, okay, you free to go. We about to drop you off around the corner, and gave me a citation. They say I resisted arrest. Now what I did, seeing how they were unlawfully searching my car while I was on stage, before I went on stage, I continued to perform, put on the show for my fans. Had my outstanding video production team, the Real Goats, had them prepared and had this right here put on me, pulled their own trick on them. So what we got is high quality audio and video of me doing everything but resisting arrest before they just brought me down here. And we will be airing it out, and y'all will see how dirty the CMPD police department just did me on the holidays in front of my daughter while I was putting on a show for my city. Y'all have a good night.
What did they charge you with, DaBaby?
They didn't charge me with
Just misdemeanor marijuana?
With resisting arrest.
Resisting arrest?
Yeah, y'all gonna see a video on my Instagram tomorrow to show y'all I ain't resisting arrest. Y'all feel free to take it, put it in y'all news.
Speaking of your Instagram, you put out that you feel targeted every time you come to your home city.
Absolutely, every time I do a show here. Every time I do a show here. Every time. There's nobody when I pull up in the parking lot. The second I get out the car, 15 cops come around. Can I borrow your microphone? Shining it all into the car window, shining it all into the car window. They follow me. They pull us over for no reason. They search our cars. They do everything. They treat us like animals, you know. We just putting on for the city. I'm cold. Took my shirt. Y'all be good. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. You know, from us to y'all. Y'all be good.
Thank you.
basically they arrested him for having the weed on him, and then they tried to put another charge. Well, he didn't have weed on him, right? But I guess it was in his car or something, or whatever the case may be. But then they tried to say he was resisting arrest as well, right? But he was saying that a lot of his peoples and like his videographer actually was there filming the whole arrest, and that they have proof that he didn't resist arrest at all, right? So I feel like they probably dropped that charge because he didn't put it on his Instagram this morning, and this happened last night, right? So basically what they did was they gave him what's called a DAT, or like a desk appearance ticket, right? Well, at least that's what they call it in New York, right? I don't know what they call it in North Carolina, but it's probably the equivalent of that, right? Where you get arrested for something like a misdemeanor charge. Maybe you got pulled over and your license is suspended, so they arrest you. They write you a citation and let you go like 2 or 3 hours later, right? This is crazy, but DaBaby also says that he feels like anytime he's in his own city, in his own town, that he is a huge target by the police, right? And yeah, that's facts, but that's every single rapper who is in their own city. They're not only a target by the police, but they're a target by haters and people that grew up with them that wish that they were in that position, right? And Boosie said it best when he was on Vlad TV. They was in that 4th grade class with you, right? So they feel like they was on the same level as you, but then they get hypnotized with hatred when they see the kids dancing to your music and your girlfriend listening to the music in the car, and they not paying attention to you, and you trying to figure out what's so good about DaBaby type shit. You know what I'm saying? But at least DaBaby is out of jail. The only messed up thing about it is that he is on probation right now for another charge, right? So God forbid, hopefully they don't try to bring him into prison and say, oh, you had police contact, even though it was just because of like a misdemeanor weed charge, right? Because that's the same thing that happened with Meek Mill. He kept being brought back to prison for small charges, like popping a Willie in New York. You had police contact. New York dropped the charges, but the judge saw that you had police contact. So because of that, I'm trying to give you 2 to 4 years in prison. You know what I'm saying? So it's all of that, right? DaBaby's with his daughter. It's the holidays, and this is crazy, but good thing he's out of jail. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Yo, they tried to get my dog last night, Lil Wayne, right? So the whole situation is that Lil Wayne went on Twitter, right? And he tweets out, "Go Pack Go," right? And then I guess the police or the FBI thought that he was talking about a pack, as in like a pack of drugs or whatever, right? So the whole situation is a couple weeks ago, Juice WRLD's, jet landed, and they found 70 pounds of weed on there after, the FBI was tipped off that Juice WRLD might be transporting some weed, right? And then Juice WRLD freaked out and took a bunch of pills because he was trying to hide those pills, and ended up mistakenly overdosing on pills, right? And then also Rollo actually went on Instagram. This was like last year sometime though, or 2 years ago now, and basically talked about how he lost $1 million worth of product or whatever once the FBI seized it. And that's when the FBI put 2 and 2 together and was like, oh, Rollo, okay, that weed that we seized belonged to you at the airport, and now Rollo's in jail too, waiting trial, right? So I guess they thought that Lil Wayne was that dumb too, right? They tried to get my dog Lil Wayne, right? So Lil Wayne is talking about go Pack Go, but he's talking about the Green Bay Packers versus the Vikings, right? Because he's sitting down watching a football game, right? Now, yeah. A lot of people, especially like in the black community, don't watch football anymore, but Lil Wayne ain't one of them, right? So they see the Lil Wayne's plane land in Miami. They seize the jet. They, detain everybody that's on the jet, about 14 people. But it's unclear whether, Lil Wayne was traveling with his whole entourage and all 14 people were with him, or if he just bought a seat in a private jet and he's traveling with other business people too on that same jet, right? Because they actually did find some cocaine on the jet, and they found a gun, but it wasn't like a big pack or whatever like the cops thought it was, and they allowed Lil Wayne to leave the airport, so it wasn't his, I guess. They let him go and whatever else, right? So after that, then Lil Wayne did tweet. He says, everything is all goody. I think they thought I was talking about another pack, but yeah, go Pack Go, right? So I think that Lil Wayne is good, because they try to get my dog. They think that Lil Wayne is stupid. I mean, you've been in the game for 20 plus years. He ain't that dumb to be slipping like that. And if he was transferring something, I bet you Lil Wayne wouldn't transfer it in the same jet that he's in, right? And everybody else that was on the jet, I don't know, but The jet doesn't belong to Lil Wayne, it belongs to somebody else. Lil Wayne has nothing to do with the owner of the jet. He just bought a seat on the jet. So whatever those drugs were that was on there, or the gun that was on there, probably belongs to the owner or somebody else that was on the jet too, right? But hey, that's all we know for now, and Lil Wayne is cool, right? Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. So Drake drops a new song called War, right? And it's pretty dope, right? So already the beat kind of sounds a little different than like usual Drake beats, right? And then he's not singing in it at all, right? So he dropped it like or this morning, so Christmas Eve. So I guess it's like a Christmas present for the fans or whatever like that. But his flow is also a lot different on it, right? He's basically rapping like he's like a British rapper or something like that, right? Or Canadian rapper. I mean, he is a Canadian rapper, but it's more like a British kind of flow, right? He says things and he's like, man, dum 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 da da. You know what I'm saying? So it basically sounds like, you know, like Gigs or somebody like that. He's kind of like borrowing their flow a little bit, right? And this is why I like Drake, because he always knows how to like reinvent himself or reinvent his sound. It's not always like the same, you know, boring Drake. I mean, not saying that Drake is boring or anything like that, but the reason why he's not boring is because he always kind of makes you go, okay, new Drake song, whoa, a whole new flow, right? And the video was dope too. I think they probably shot the video in Canada because they had like a ski lodge. They ski. I never seen like nobody make skiing look cool, right? But Drake was skiing. He was like snowboarding, but it was like at nighttime, right? It ain't no X Games type thing. It wasn't Drake doing like mad tricks, but he was just like, it was a whole vibe, the whole video, right? Basically makes you want to like drink hot chocolate and go skiing, right? But it's dope, right? The name of the song is called War. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Also, let me know what you think about everything else. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.